Downtown Indianapolis moving at warp speed in this time-lapse footage. We're in the basketball hotbed of Indiana. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Chris Webber is joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. So with Peyton on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Nate McMillan. Howard is out there with Garnett. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant. And it's MP in at the shooting guard. And for Indiana, they've got Paul George. O'Neal is out there with Danny Granger. And it's Daniels in at the 5. So Indiana wins the tip. Indiana moving the ball around. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
A foul right off the bat. You hate to pick up your first one so quick.
Here's George.
And you just enjoy watching Garnett be the aggressor on defense. A tall, wily guy who forces you to take tough shots. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Westbrook finds Howard. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And here are the Sonics. It's a three-point game. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. George with the bounce pass. Here's O'Neal. Westbrook pulls it in.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And the dunk by MP.
A nice aggressive move to the basket there. They love to turn MP loose and just let him play an attacking brand of basketball.
On offense, here are the Pacers.
And now in the second half of his career, Russell Westbrook wants rings. He knows he's getting older and has no time to waste. It's why he plays with such passion. And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a core effort defensively.
Stolen by Granger. On the wing, George. The 3, Danny Granger, the bucket on the assist by George. And Westbrook's high motor is why we love him. He goes out, Greg, and competes every play in every game.
No doubt, but I tell you what, he's tired of missing out on the NBA Finals. This is a guy that is hungry to get back to that stage. It'll be interesting to see if he can get it done.
And here is Lewis. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Turnaround Jay. That's short off the rim. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Supersonics. Trailing by 4. Here's Durant. Here's Howard. Out of hand on it. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Markelle Fultz has checked in for Russell Westbrook. Stolen by Granger. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Zach LaVine's checked in for the Sonics. Peyton comes in for MP. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lewis against Payton. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. Indiana making some changes. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Daniels. McGinnis comes in for O'Neal. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Paul George. Here's McGinnis. Lewis on the way. For the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Lewis has got 6 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
From past the arc. Fultz, no good. Indiana leading by 7. And Lewis has it in the corner. And Indiana, another three.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Supersonics. And there's the drive. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Roy Hibbert picks one up.
Payton, a super vocal guy, constantly talking up a storm, always trying to get into the heads of the opposition.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pacers.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Guarded by Levine. Oladipo for 3. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Supersonics with the ball. Seattle trails by 8. Here's Levine. Oladipo with the block.
You're not going to beat Oladipo with that. I mean, Victor plays hard on both sides of the ball.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Supersonics.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
We've got 1:13 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Payton. Here's Howard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Howard's got his second bucket.
Throughout his career, Howard has dominated the boards. The size, touch, and time that he possesses, just a lethal concoction.
Now the pass to Person. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Indiana making a change here. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Person with the bucket.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Out left to the wing. Garnett finds Levine. Here's Fultz. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Connects from three-point range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Indiana shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And he makes the first. Sabonis, he's checked in for McGinnis. Durant's checked in for the Sonics. Brown comes in for Gary Payton. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Seattle trails by 8. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And it's Brown missing.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Oladipo goes back up, and it's sent back by Howard.
You got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, where he makes his living blocking shots.
Here's Durant, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Indiana holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be right back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah, love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Supersonics. 8-point game. So with George on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. We've got Person, also Sabonis out there, and it's Smits in at the center position. He's covered by Brown. There's the drive. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Seattle trails by 8. Pass to Levine. Back to Brown. Passes it to Durant. Levine for 3. And again, Seattle with the triple.
They're so precise off the pass. This is a shot Levine continues to knock down time and time again.
And, Kevin, you tend to forget this about Levine. I mean, he's still so young. You feel like he's been in the league forever.
Brown dishes to Howard. Brown the pass to Howard. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
For the Sonics, MP's checked in for Fultz, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Brown. Indiana leading by 8. You know, Greg, I was just thinking about Zach LaVine and his age. He's just now in his mid to late 20s.
And he's grown so much since that rookie year. Excited to see what numbers he can put up as he gets ready to enter into his prime.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Levine with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to... Oh, that's just too much strength from Howard. A little contact doesn't bother him in the least.
And here's Indiana. 6-point lead. Here's Lewis. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, very aggressive. I mean, he takes on the challenge with no hesitation. His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many at all.
O'Neal trying to break free. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And now a 10-point Indiana lead. Westbrook against Lewis. And finished off by Westbrook.
The defense sees Westbrook coming, but his verticality makes him almost unstoppable.
Westbrook's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside, George. Again, Indiana.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. A different look for Seattle. Garnett comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Payton in for Russell Westbrook. Payton finds MP. It's Durant on the wing. Takes a three. Drills the three-pointer. KD's got 5.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to O'Neal. And the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And Indiana making a change here. McGinnis is checked in. Pacers leading by 9. Poked loose. It's stolen by Garnett. And Payton throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Lewis passes to McGinnis. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Roy Hibbert's checked in for the Pacers. George with no one around. That three off the mark. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Seattle. They trail by 7. Garnett kicks to KD. No good on the three. KD's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer.
For Indiana, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And I still think back to the leap George made in the 2012-2013 season. He won Most Improved Player that year. It was amazing how he put it all together. He went from a very good player to a superstar.
And George drops them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Payton. Lewis with it. 11 points in the game. Left side, George. The shot. Garnett grabs the board. 1:02 left in the first half. And MP with the basket on the assist from Payton. Now just a 5-point Indiana lead. There's 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Payton against Lewis. From deep, George gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 9 points now in the quarter.
To have a knockdown three-point shooter with George's size and skill gives Coach a lot of options on the offensive end.
Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
MP kicks to Payton. Those three-pointers off the mark. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And it's Granger with the jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Payton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And he knocks down the first one. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Pacers leading by 11. Outside Lewis. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
And how about the quickness on display there for Payton, especially when he's slicing to the basket.
And so it's Indiana enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Seattle trails by 12. So with Payton on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Nate McMillan. Russell Westbrook out there with MP. And it's Durant. Then there's Howard. And it's Garnett in at the power forward. Outside, George fires the three, and he's good on the three ball. George has got 14.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Westbrook dishes to KD. With the shot. The offensive rebound, Garnett. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Here's George, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Westbrook, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Chris, fitting, right, that Russell Westbrook began a charity called the Why Not Foundation. Because that sort of sums up his attitude on the court. Put a challenge in front of him, and he'll say, why not?
Yeah, he's always been fearless, and there's nothing he can't do on the court, period. And Russell's charity, you mentioned, the Why Not Foundation, does a lot of great work with young people in our at-risk communities.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And every team would love to have a player like Westbrook because he plays his heart out every night.
And so Westbrook makes them both. Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. Outside, George. Howard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. Westbrook passes to MP. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The D has to be careful guarding MP. He's skilled at finding ways to attract contact while shooting.
The Supersonics shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First one falls for him.
And there haven't been too many players who've had to prove themselves as much as MP. With all the hype he had coming into the league, he had to go out and make the doubters into believers.
Oladipo, he's checked in for Indiana. Brown, he's checked in for Seattle. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's O'Neal, and the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
And when Oladipo makes passes like that, his team kicks into a whole new gear offensively.
It's Brown with the drive, and they pick up two. Brown's got his first basket. Now Oladipo. No points in the game yet for him. Sabonis, he's checked in for Daniels. And Seattle also making a change. Murray's checked in for MP. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Oladipo against Murray. And yes, it's good.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
The pass to Garnett. From deep. Murray, no good. Indiana leading by 13 to the paint. Oladipo misses.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Murray, good.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Oh, that's a tough shot. I mean, you have to have confidence in your abilities to even take it.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Murray. Brown wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Brown's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Sonics. In the corner, George with it. Good on the shot. 18 points for Paul George.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
So both teams making some changes here. And so Payton will bring it up for Seattle. It's a 10-point game. Outside, Levine. Back to Payton. Driving in. Good on the bucket. Payton's got 11 points.
Because he's so dangerous. The D is often drawn to Levine. I mean, it opens up some wide passing lanes for him.
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. To the middle. Garnett with the block. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Now here's Howard. 6 points for him. Down low. Here's Garnett. It's good. Garnett's got 4 this quarter.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
Driving the lane.
He gets it to him off the bounce pass and gets the assist.
59 seconds left to play in the third.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And Indiana making a change here. And the call will be against Kevin Garnett. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Lewis. He's got 14. Guarded by Garnett. That shot missing. Seattle trails by 8. Fultz dishes to Levine. Out to Peyton. High post, Howard. Swiped away. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And out of bounds as the Sonics gain possession. Sonics making a switch here. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. Granger against KD. Granger passes to George. Back to Granger. Fires at the elbow. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Nice awareness from George. He just reads the D and makes a clever pass to an open teammate.
And so it's Indiana going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Danny Granger out there with McGinnis. Then it's Paul George, and it's Lewis in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
And that's a staple of George's offensive game. His mid-range J continues to just torch defenses night in and night out.
Here's Fultz. From outside, off the mark.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Good on the triple.
And they're going to have to pay closer attention to him beyond the arc. I mean, he's got 2 threes in this half, a total of 3 overall.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Pacers leading by 13. To the inside. Banked in off the glass.
But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. And so George will bring it up for the Pacers. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul. And Indiana making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. And Seattle also making a change. MP's checked in. Westbrook against Lewis. Outside, George lets it go with a 3. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Look, they can't leave him alone for a second on the perimeter. Not the way he's shooting a 3 tonight.
Seattle trails by 16. MP outside. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Ranger against Durant. Granger kicks to Daniels. There's the dish to George. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Here's KD. Uses the glass to drop it in.
This just in. Durant is special. I mean, how easy the offensive game comes for him.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Granger kicks to George. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Outside Lewis. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Seattle trails by 19. Here's Garnett attacking, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
A great display of unselfishness. Westbrook is solid at realizing when one of his guys is open.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
He was all alone on that one. Lewis has got 20.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Pacers leading by 18. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. MP against George. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Garnett finds Howard. On the wing, MP. Defended by George. Offensive rebound. Stolen by George. And here is Lewis. In the corner, Granger with it. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Pacers lead by 21. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, they played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the steals to prove it.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
And 1:01 left to play in the final quarter. Throw good, Paul George. Big group substitution here for Seattle. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Howard. Dean comes in for Kevin Durant. Robinson's checked in for MP. And Murray's subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And George drops them both. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Supersonics. He kicks to Jordan. Murray outside. Going inside, and it's Murray with the jam.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the first one drops.
In person, physical, efficient scorer, especially from deep where you can't give him any room to shoot.
Lewis checked in for Paul George. And Seattle also making a change. McMillan's checked in for DeJounte Murray. 35 seconds left in the fourth. To the left wing. Robinson against Lewis. Robinson passes to McMillan. On the wing, LaVine. A 3-ball. And it's rebounded by Indiana. Here's Lewis.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Lewis. Robinson for 3. No good. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.